Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video, you will learn how to get brands to notice you as well as how to work with them. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Instagram or social media related topics. Also hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video. So get your notebooks and pens ready and let's get started. So the first thing that you will need is some form of skill in your specific niche field and credibility. So there are thousands, if not millions, of like-minded content creators in your field. And therefore you cannot compete if you have no to little knowledge about, let's say, a topic in your field. So if I can make an example of myself, I am more into makeup. So when I, for instance, start talking about engineering, it wouldn't make sense because I have no clue about what engineering is. You need to have at least an above average knowledge or skill in your specific niche. And the only way to get to that above average is to practice. There is always room to improve on your skill as well as building your knowledge, and you have to set a goal for yourself to be an expert in your niche. There are tons and tons of free websites such as YouTube, Skillshare, and workshops that offers training in your particular field. So if I can use an example, if you search, for instance, how to do a cut crease, there are thousands, perhaps millions, of informative videos on various different ways that you can do a cut crease for beginners, advanced, and so on. You have to sit down and practice your craft every single day. It is a commitment. So for tip number 2, think about your brand. If you were a total stranger to somehow land upon your own page on Instagram, what would you, as that total stranger, think about the page that they are seeing? Is it all over the place, or is it super focused on maybe 1 to 2 to 3 niche fields? So let's say when people think of Instagram videos, editing, fresh new ways to like post something on your Instagram feed. So that is kind of what my brand is. When they think of these 2 or 3 things, I want them to come to my page to look for inspiration on a way to edit a makeup video, or even a makeup look, or even a way to, I don't know, spice up your post. If I were to take you to my Instagram page through my DMs or my Instagram comments, there would be 3 main questions or statements that will pop out. One of them would be, oh wow, your editing skills, teach me how to edit, or how did you get brand to notice you at such a small following? So you want people to think of your brand when they are looking for a particular answer to their question. So you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I brand down? The main thing you should be focusing on is using your skill, adding a little bit of your own personality and your own taste, and creating content that you would like to see if you were a person searching for answers for your questions. And this brings me to tip number 3, creating valuable content while being authentic. Like I've mentioned before, there are thousands, if not millions, of content creators posting every single day, every hour, every day of the week on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And so many of them are jumping on trends or challenges, but I feel like the one thing that some of these creators lacked or lacks is creating content while being authentic, adding a little bit of their own personality and a little bit of their own spice, or even thinking creatively, like maybe perhaps mixing 2 challenges with 1. Yes, you can recreate a look or you can do a challenge, but add a little bit of a twist. Don't just post your coffee from Starbucks on your feed or on your stories. Think of a new and creative way that will attract a lot of attention, thinking, wow, this is so much different than the other thousands and thousands of posts of Starbucks coffee. Even better yet, cover topics that might be trending or would be trending in the near future. For example, if you are a fashion page, think of creative ways on how you can communicate to your audience on different and affordable ways to use the tie-dye trend. For example, how to make a tie-dye mask to match your outfit from Mr. Price or whatever. For tip number 3, always quality over quantity. When you are posting your Instagram videos and pictures, you need to be able to capture the essence of the brand or the product. This tip goes so well with the previous one. And I'm not talking about owning the most expensive camera or lighting equipment. Yes, it does help. When you can capture the essence of a brand and show that to that brand, they are more likely to notice you and think, wow, she did it in such a different way than all of the other content creators out there. Ask yourself, what is it about this brand or this product or this service? Use that ideas and create it into your videos or your post. This tip will not only help you to create great content, but this will also bring you to a term called quality content. This basically means is you want the brand to invest their products, their services, basically associating themselves with you. So in order for you to be able to get a brand to notice you, you first need to do the hard work. You first need to show them that you are invested, that you will do or go the extra mile for them in order to show off your skill, your brand, and your content. And this takes me to tip number 5. When you want to grab the attention of a brand, you need to be tagging them in every single thing that their product features. I'm talking stories, videos, and posts. If you have other social media pages, Facebook, you tag them in Facebook. TikTok, you tag them in TikTok. You mention them in your description in YouTube, and you mention them in your YouTube video. This is such a vital step if you want brands to start noticing you. And you can even take this a step further and do your own research on what type of hashtags the brand uses, as well as the type of content they upload. So if they are uploading, let's say, a makeup palette and you have that palette, recreate a makeup look, use the hashtags and tag them. And please only tag the brands that is relevant in your niche. You do not want to tag Volkswagen if you're doing a pink summery makeup look. It's not going to work. And for the next step is how to approach a brand professionally. The first thing that you need to do is you need to stop asking for free products. Never, ever, ever approach a brand with like, hey, yeah, I would like, because I want it. No, a brand will not even read that email or even read that DM. As a micro or nano influencer, you need to realize that, like I've mentioned in the previous tip, that you need to show that you have value to your brand or page or channel, and that you are willing to put in the energy and the hard work and the long hours in order to show off their products, their brands, for them to be able to invest in you. And it's not about your follower count, it's about showing commitment. I started my Instagram account in June of 2019 and I didn't take it seriously. I was posting, I don't want to say like mediocre content, but I was not posting the best content. I didn't put any thought to it. I didn't use hashtags. It was basically just posting for posting's sake. It is only until the beginning of this year, 2020, that I really started thinking about what I want to put on my page, what I want to put out there, what type of brands I want to attract or target, and actually using these tips that I'm giving you guys when I started to see a ingrowth in my following, as well as my first ever brand reaching out to me. And might I add, it was at a whopping 500 followers. Moral of the story, before asking brands for free product, you first need to figure out what valuable content with your actual skill you can provide for the brand. And you also need to ask yourself, why would a brand such as this and this and this want to invest in me? Like, if you figure out those two questions, then you're good to go. And before you get a little bit discouraged and think like, oh, I don't have this, I won't be able to do this or that or this, there are thousands of reasons why a brand would want to invest in you. And perhaps when you are incorporating all of these steps that I gave you, you somehow tapped into a audience that these brands so badly want to target. And for the last tip is to grow a loyal friendship with your followers, as well as other like-minded content creators and brands. Because a brand might not hear or see you from the first get-go. Perhaps they are seeing you on other brands' pages or other content creators' pages or stories, or even posts. This is probably why collaboration is one of the most important things when you are stepping into the influencing world. Because when you are growing a loyal following with other brands and content creators, not only are you attracting that brand or that content creator's audience to your own platform, but you are most probably making yourself visible to other brands. When you start getting associated with other brands or other content creators, there is a big enough chance that the brand that you are targeting will notice you. And a little bonus tip for you is to get yourself an advisor to refer to when you are starting to create content or making videos online. Whether it is social media coaching, watching YouTube videos such as this one, or just analyzing and researching what other content creators in your specific field are doing. You have to sit down every single day, make time for your page, for your brand, educate yourself on what to do and what not to do. Yes, it's going to be trial and error, but there are previous content creators that had or done mistakes in the past that you can learn from. If you like this video and would like to see more tips or advice on social media, please remember to give me a big thumbs up, and please feel free to leave any questions that you might have in the comment sections down below. And also remember to subscribe so you won't miss out on other social media related growth topics. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.